It is time, my friends. We got the topping and biscuit guide and everything that you need to know about the brand new candy apple cookie. I'm so excited about this one. We're going to have a lot of fun in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you got a question, if you got a comment, certainly let me know. I'd love to hear from you and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Now, on top of that, if you enjoy or just because, please feel free to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Today's episode will cover everything that you need to know about candy apple cookie. We'll also give you the Beascuits toppings and the gear and all that stuff of choice that help you be most informed about this particular cookie. We'll also go for the run and pull it all back together. That information is available to you in today's episode and down below in our timestamps. So let's get to it here today for our brand new cookie, candy apple cookie, my friends. So this cookie now is the first cookie, well, first new cookie minus shadow milk cookie that we can bring to level 90. So I just like to call that out. You can check out some of the strategy investment guides on those experience, as always, in terms of farming and how to get more and think about it. Regardless, now back to the cookie here, because that's why you're here. We got a bomber cookie, we got a middle lane cookie. Couple things on this one in particular, on top of, no pun intended, everything else. We do have apple of my eye. So this moveset here and special is 12 seconds in terms of cooldown. Candy apple cookie slams down a giant lollipop with a heave. Enemies hit will suffer from reduced attack and defense and take increased damage. The lollipop will shatter, granting HP shields for all allies and increasing their attack. And candy shards will deal damage to enemies, further increasing damage taken. Here we got candy apple. Damage 330% of attack. Attack minus 30% for 12 seconds. Stacks up to 1 time. Damage plus 47% for 12 seconds. And defense minus 40 for 12 seconds. Stacks up to 1 time. Candy shard. Damage 330% of attack. Team HP shield 15% of max HP for 12 seconds. Stacks up to 1. Team attack plus 15% for 12 seconds. Stacks up to 1. And damage plus 47% for 12 seconds. Stacks up to 1. Pretty nice, my friends. There's some pretty cool things about this that I think we'll see in both PvE and PvP. So keep that in mind. We got some pretty hefty buffs for this thing as an epic cookie. On top of that, in the new Beast Yeast, this thing does evade some of the additional debuffs in those pieces as well. So keep that in mind. What does that mean for this particular cookie? Hang on a minute. We are going to level this thing up. We will go to 90. I don't necessarily, keep this in mind, recommend taking it to 90 out of the gate. You need to play through it and what's going to make the most sense depending on your jellies. You can also check out that experienced jelly level 90 guide like I talked about here on the channel. We will do this. An error has occurred. Oh my gosh, I can't even go to 90. So we'll go to 80. That worked. Guess we'll be going to 80. Don't know if we can go to 90. Interesting. We hit an error. Love it. Real time for you here. Maybe that's going to get patched. Check it out regardless. And no, I'm not editing that out. Couple things. All right. So we got to level 90. Next, we got our upgrades. So we can go to our materials. The other thing is, don't forget, you got these concentrates over here. I do not have enough. Oh, I do got enough to go to 90. I'm actually going to go back down because I may need that. So we'll go to 75 for now. All right, there we go. What I want to do is just make sure you can see the difference. Lots, 330, 15% on the hit shield. If we go down to 80, we lose a little bit of that. Let's go to 80 because regardless, that's where we'd be. All right, very cool, very interesting. What does that mean for our biscuits and toppings? Let's go. So in terms of our biscuits, first and foremost, yes, we need to get a biscuit. Looks like I'm totally tapped on my team. However, we're going to grab one because that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab this one right here, right now. Okay, couple things. Perfect. 20% down to switch. Candy apple's going to get a nice one here. We got damage resist, bypass, and HP. Not the ideal scenario. What is the ideal scenario? Okay, when we think about it, couple things. When we saw the stack, 12 seconds is the cooldown and 12 seconds is the stack, and we only get one. Everything scales primarily off attack. So going full blown into attack here can be very beneficial. We're already going to get some on the level 30 legendary here, so that's key. What you want to do though is judge the squishiness of this cookie, and judging by the team and the concept and the makeup that you're going to have, you're going to want to think through it. If you do go down the path of PvP with this cookie, this is the only spot that you're still, at least for now, going to get damage resist bypass, which makes sense in that scenario. So you may want to prioritize that, and you may want to prioritize attack. You may want to get some of that cooldown in because that attack can do a massive amount of damage and it scales off attack. So you might want to keep those things front and center. Plus, if they're getting debuffed and you want to reapply it, then this makes sense to have a little bit more cooldown as well. If it's squishy, go down the HP damage resist path as well. That's kind of how you want to think about it. Is it going to be more attack oriented, more attack forward, or do you want some of that cooldown for some of those other things that I said? In totality, between our Beascuit and our toppings, you got to keep that in mind. Generally, you're going to want to be more attack oriented. If you're going to go down the PvP path, I would like to continue to put the damage resist bypass, so that doesn't make this one a terrible Beascuit, because it's a little bit more primed for PvP, because we got some more survivability here, and we do have that damage resist bypass. We're not scaling on attack, and we're not getting that cooldown though. All right, so in terms of the toppings, what do we want to do? First and foremost, I don't have them yet. However, we do have the resonant toppings, the deceit ones. You can absolutely put those on candy apple. Feel free to do that. And again, just like your level 90, you need to make the choice. Does it make sense? If you got plenty of them, absolutely, I would say go ahead and do it. However, what does it mean? Regardless, the ones that I would put on this cookie in particular will be this: searing raspberries. Yes, I'm going to put searing raspberry on these because of a couple things. We do want to make sure that we are absolutely taking advantage of that scaling on the attack, my friends. That's going to be huge for us to continue to deal lots of damage. We're going to consider this as a key damage dealer in our team, plus some supporting debuff. There we go. Let's load her in, because that's what's going to be important for us. So that is one key idea. Now, if you like to, you can absolutely build out more. The only other thing, like I said, I would consider is maybe the cooldown there, or if you need more survivability, do damage resist, because that can be helpful. Now, when it does come to these additional substats, what's going to matter here? Again, I would prioritize attack. After attack, I'm going to prioritize cooldown, and then I'm probably going to prioritize survivability with damage resist. I think those three are going to be key. If you don't get those, you're going to want to follow up with HP and defense, maybe some attack speed for survivability, and then again, additional attack focus. When I look here, we got attack speed, we got damage resist. Crit isn't terrible either. If you want to go all in on the crit side, we got cooldown, amplify buff, debuff, cooldown, HP, debuff, defense, crit resist, cooldown, and a little bit more attack. It's okay, not great. Lots of area opportunity for us, and we do have our perfect calculations here on your toppings. If you'd like, check that episode out here on the channel. All right, so that rounds out our cookie when we think about it in terms of a spectrum from PvP all the way to PvE. And what does that mean in terms of what we want to do? Being more damage focused, oriented, attack forward, or being a little bit more on the survivability side, cooldown side, and those things as well when it comes to candy apple. All right, so that is our candy apple sitting nicely at 90. We will take advantage of this. If you haven't caught up on my recent guide on going to level 90, I highly encourage you to do that and take advantage of the brand new Experience Farms, technically called your cookie house. All right, regardless, my friends, let's go ahead, because I like intermingling all the stuff that I do here on the channel. We're going to go to world exploration. We're going to move all the way over here to episode 8 and go to 829. If you haven't checked out some of these guides here on the channel before, we got a lot of them here. Here's Oak Chung for you. Feel free to check out some of these other things. Feel free to use the higher cookie there. However, today we are here for candy apple cookie, and that is exactly what we're going to do. And oh, by the way, candy apple is actually my first 90, so we can celebrate here together. Super excited about that, my friends. All right, so let's go for it here. You can see the run. We can see exactly what's going to happen. We only need the one cookie, I promise. And that's what's how today's episode is going to go. All right, so going quick, we can slow things down. We can use our candy apple. Look at this. Boom. Huge, huge damage, and there's our shield. So very, very important and fun to see. We can pick up the pace just a little bit so you can see exactly how this is going to work. Boom. Lots of damage, my friends. And already, even though we had a 12-second cooldown, because of all my buffs already, we got a much faster one in 9 seconds. We've already clipped a good fourth off of that cooldown. So again, one of the major reasons why you probably want to focus in on attack, just like me, to take advantage of those particular pieces, my friends. And then again, you can see the attack up and everything else that we have available because of the Candy Apple moveset. Can we drop the boss in one hit? We're going to find out right here. Boom. Love it. Awesome. So cool, my friends. And that for us here today. That's right, Shadow Milk, Candy Apple 1 is everything that you need to know about this particular cookie. So with that, let's put all back together here today. We covered a lot of things. We ran into an error. Hopefully that thing gets fixed. And wrong one. If you do see that in the future, you saw how I got around it. Go to level 80, go to level 90. We'll clean it up and clear it up with our brand new cookie. Regardless, my friends, that is our topping and biscuit and gear guide here for you, all about Candy Apple Cookie. If you still got a question, if you got a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always, and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server. With that, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. And thank you so much to our members. Memberships are available to you. We also have, well, they come with emotes, icons, a bunch of other things for our Discord server, and additionally swag and merch store and our affiliate links. So thank you so much for that support. And don't forget my socials, at me, chat me, stay connected. Let me know what you think of Candy Apple Cookie, and love sharing your gacha and all that fun stuff as always. With that, my friends, we'll see you again soon. Best of luck here with Candy Apple Cookie. Hopefully you don't hit that error like I did. Regardless, we got the path forward. And until next time, we'll see you again soon. Keep on running.